PROG is
This.
Oh yeah, I mean, see, you can look at this camera actually.
Oh shit! Oh, hello.
So you don't need to hold it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I can look at that one.
Me
you
and
can
you.
look at that one. Yeah.
Me and you, bruh.
But is there like a subgenre of progressive acid techno?
Oh man, that's. And look, I might be. I'm not in the rave scene anymore.
What scene are you in?
Well, I don't know anymore. I don't know.
PROG is
But then there's that prog, which is just fucking shit. It's just really boring. All of our crew, we weren't the most favoured crew in Canberra, and we thrived on that. We were underdogs. We were filthy. Yeah. I think actually maybe that's the difference between some of the techno now. I feel it is a bit more psychedelic. Even
Maybe it was a bit more
progressive.
So
What would we say? The progressive parts of thing,
I think it's like people try to associate it with the word cool. Like
Yeah.
if it's progressive, it's cool.
yeah, I'm gonna set this scene. Like, I think it's just elitist wank bullshit, really.
yeah.
It's like,
PROG is
So don't you think like this progressive is a bit of a wank?
yes, 100%. But yeah, progressive in this day and age, so funny to me. What is prog?
It's
What
bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Prog is bullshit. Well, cheers to you.
Cheers to that.
PROG is
What can we expect from you today?
Well, in the old words of Abe Simpson, we used to wear onions on their belts because that was the fashion at the time. And now,
This is the fashion of the rhyme.
and this is the fashion of the rhyme. And look, this is a mix of some people I love around the world. There's some techno, there's some blasphemy. This is DJ. It's more of a hard tech mix, not too much tomfoolery, but straight bass in your place. And I think it's just straight direct and new music from around the world.
Let's get into it, bro.
Yes.
PROG is
Hello.
Hello?
Check.
Let's get this gin and tonic going, huh?
Nice. Oh yes, Patrick Dillon.
Yes, so by the way, let me give a shout out to Patrick from Poncho Fox. So for giving us this tasty gin.
If there was one gin I drink, it's this gin.
You gotta talk to the microphone, no? That's a bit tricky, you know? So,
If there was one gin a drink, it's this gin. Supplied by Patrick Dillon.
yes,
Distilled in the waters of Tunmalunanka. That might not be right, but this is the gin you want. The gin you need. The gin you crave.
Oh, the gin that we're gonna have now. I think we just
Poncho Fox.
Poncho Fox. Yeah, let's have a try.
Let's have a go.
Let me just get Tony.
Yes.
Tony.
I already feel younger. That's actually quite nice, yes. Patrick, you've done it again. And he does other spirits as well, I hear. A nice absinthe, which I'm always a fan of. I've always liked the absinthe.
Oh, we've got it here. That's his absinthe.
Oh, yes, very nice. Poncho Fox.
But we're starting with
Bit of gin. Very nice.
What I think we need, what we really need, I think we need another camera just there.
Yeah.
Pointing that way.
It's always nice.
So we can, otherwise we're kind of not looking in the camera.
That's right, yeah, we're actually being snobs.
Yeah, let me sort it out.
So
Yeah, tricky.
how about that Gladys chick?
Yeah. Like as if something is gonna change, you know? Another fucking corrupt
Another
politician
idiot
is gonna come.
One of the same party, the same bloody system.
Bullshit, yeah.
It's all very progressive in its own way, I think. I don't know.
Well, cheers.
Cheers.
So, yeah, let me sort out this.
Oh, that's a great gin. That's a great gin.
He puts a bit of pomegranate.
And love. Pomegranate and love. Poncho Fox. Get it.
Cheers, bro. I need to just sort out something about this microphone
That's
situation.
really nice.
PROG is
Yes.
Because what I wanted to talk about your set, about the music that you played.
Yes, please, yes.
But hang on with me. I'm just thinking how we sort out this bloody camera situation.
Maybe we can put the yeah.
We need stands for the microphone.
Yes, something like here.
What can we?
Maybe we could get those hippies from downstairs to
Hold it.
stand. You gotta work for your drink.
This is hilarious. Hippies from downstairs.
Yeah.
Get them to hold our microphones.
You really want to be a part of the scene?
This is where it's happening.
You gotta work. You gotta work.
But look.
We'll just hold them like this.
Oh yeah. I mean,
bad.
see, you can look at this camera actually.
Oh shit! Hello.
So you don't need to hold it.
Sweet.
Yeah, I can look at that one.
Me
You
and
can
you.
look in that one. Yeah.
Me and you, bruh.
Let me actually check how you look in that one.
Yes. Make sure I got the good side, not my flappy side.
Yeah. Well, perfect. It's,
Perfect.
yeah.
I like that word. I like that word. Just like this gin, it's perfect. You might call this gin me.
Gin me.
Gin me, gin you.
I thought you said that. I thought you were talking about gins. All right.
Seriously.
PROG is
Yeah. We're gonna start getting serious.
For a couple of gins.
Your set was truly like amazing.
We'll wait till we hear it back. But yeah, I'm really liking that sound at the moment. It's like that techno sound, that faster edge sound. It's been around for a bit, of course, from Germany. Like a lot of those hi-hats, things like this. But there's this new sound that's sort of coming out. Like the production level is just huge. It's fast-paced if you'd like it to be. It's heavy hitting if you'd like it to be. There's so much variation with it, and I guess, if I'm going to speak the truth here, being in a certain scene, bugger it, like the psytrance scene. Mixing psytrance just becomes a little bit boring after a while, you know. It's different when you're on stage and you're doing this, or you get exclusive stuff sent to you from your friends, which really hypens up your, your eagerness to mix it. But like, when you find new music and you're excited about it, it's just awesome. And so that's what I found.
You said there's new sound. This new sound. What's new? What's the new sound? You think?
Well, it's new to me. It's not so much new. How I'd explain it is.
What is this sound? Please explain what the sound. What do you mean?
I think it's the production level and who's doing it. You know, and just a new generation of younger people. Who are partying and understand technology way more than our elders did when they were making techno music. Way more analog, this is that. Some of these newer dudes, they're still holding true to the origins, like modular systems, things like this, so you can really still get that nitty-gritty techno sound, but the production is just amazing. And of course, if you've ever met me, I love 303, I love acid, and there's just a lot of that too, you know? Yeah.
But I heard some of the tracks were not your usual kind of acid techno bum 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 bum. They were kind of a bit more I guess psychedelic.
Yeah, I think actually maybe that's the difference between some of the techno now. I feel it is a bit more psychedelic, you know, even
maybe it was a bit more progressive.
What would we say?
Progressive acid techno, is there such a thing?
We've got to progress.
I'm just throwing down psychedelia. That's the aim of the game.
Well, we can hear you in our headphones, right?
And you're actually in the interview.
This is like amazing.
Yeah, this is DJ R-Type on the decks.
You're recording this?
Yeah, I'm recording it. Yeah, I'm recording everything. Yeah. Everything is being recorded. It's so good.
So cheeky.
PROG is bullshit.
But yeah, like I think you're right. Like different elements to techno, because like back in the day, let's break it down. Like when we were talking about like what is progressive, you know, we could have like a discussion about what is house music and what is techno music. You know, different speeds, different genres of techno and house and all of this, where a lot of people would argue the point with me that what I play, especially in that set, is not techno, you know. So there's that division.
So what do they say it is?
Oh look, I had this, I had this discussion with some people when In the Mix was around back in the day, and it's no hidden mystery that me and the surgery guy Cranky and all of our crew, we weren't the most favoured crew in Canberra, and we thrived on that. We were underdogs. We were filthy, you know, and we liked the darker edge. And when we played techno, it'd be mainly, Stay Up Forever, Noom, Dave the Drummer, Chris Liberator, all sort of faster pace, where if you get your techno purists or elitists or whatever, they don't see that as techno, because techno in itself is meant to be repercussion of sound, to keep moving and keep repeating, so you start hearing different things and all of this. But
can you just step back, rewind a bit, about the techno. You said it meant to be
repetitive. Yeah.
Yes.
Moro Bocotto used to do it really well. Some of the labels were like BXR and things like this, but it was repetitive to the point where you think you'd hear something else, but the music was actually changing. Like they'd have a vocal that would be like, ayana, and then you would like start to hear a word, and that was like actually trancey as well. And then you'd get your slower edge techno, you know, and that had a very strong following, and were very this is us, this is them. And then you had the other people in the middle, you know. It's just electronic music. It's very I don't know the word. It's very subjective.
PROG is bullshit.
It's very subjective, you know. Yeah.
It's so subjective to the point that, well, I at one point got confused what I'm listening to. Is it techno or trance? And I didn't know what. But like, it's also subjective to people call music whatever the they want. It's so inconsistent. The genre. Some are pretty obvious, but some get very blurry. You know, like.
And a bit, a bit funny when it turns into like, you know, God, like, I don't know, stepping into the rave scene, hardstyle. There was just a bass line when hardstyle came in after hard bass. It was hard trance, hard bass, hardstyle. There were a few other anomalies like jump up, or a couple of other weird genres. But then this genre came in called reverse bass.
I've never heard of this.
Well, it was just something that was a part of hard trance. You know, it was this. I can't vocalize it, but it was this like this really nice, powerful sound. But then it ended up being called reverse bass, and that was a part of hardstyle. And look, you know, I'm not in the rave scene anymore, you know, but. Yeah, that's another genre of music that just has so many different subgenres within that hardstyle sound.
So you said you're not in the rave scene. What scene are you in?
Well, I don't know anymore. I don't know. I have no idea.
But you have been leading up to the lockdown. You've been pretty busy, like playing at all sorts of parties, haven't you? Like this year, first half of the year, pretty busy.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're gonna say like, what do you play now? It would definitely be, you know, psytrance, I guess, you know. But like, I've always tried to do my own thing with psytrance, and I think that the way that I did it and the way that it came across, it was accepted because there wasn't too many people doing it. And if you're going to deliver old school stuff with a new school sound to a fairly dedicated crowd, you have to make them like it, you know. And I was able to do that. And look, I'm not musically racist at all. Like, I'm a DJ. I play everything whenever I can without offending people too much.
Yeah?
Too much.
That's cool. So,
PROG is bullshit.
what are your plans in terms of when this whole stuff, the lockdowns and parties?
Yeah,
parties. Playing at. Have you got some artillery? And it looks like you do.
100%. It's going to be strange too, Misha, because like, don't get me wrong, I love psytrance, and it's mainly the people who produce it that I love so much, because I just can't get it to sound like they do. You know, for example, Forebi Jalebi, you know, he's a friend of mine. I respect him highly. His music's amazing, but you can't play his music like he does, you know. So I would like to be able to continue on with fucking around and having fun, taking some risks, you know, letting people know that it doesn't have to be so serious. You know, it's an experimental ground for music, especially the smaller bushtuts, you know. The bigger festivals, it's different. There is a certain type of professionalism, and if I get booked to play at a certain festival at a certain time, I will do my best to cater for that slot, you know, with my style, you know.
And so how do you do it normally? You find out what a time slot you're playing, you sort of look at who plays before you and after you, and that's how you pick your music, or you still don't care and just play do your own thing?
To tell you the truth, man, I actually think about the dance floor from my own perspective, and those, because I ended up like being the sunrise guy, you know, the transition from dark to light, which I always quite liked, you know.
So what time would that be?
Generally, like 5 till 7, or like 6 till 8, or something like this, and I can have fun with it because let's not beat around the bush. A lot of us, are influenced by something or other, and everyone's minds are fairly susceptible at that time of the morning. So I think it's good to be able to give those people a variation of different styles of music. So it doesn't have to be so serious, because, fuck, it's dance music. It's not serious. It's the innocence.
PROG is bullshit.
Sorry, man. It's Vladimir is on his way.
Oh, Vladimir?
Yes.
Sick.
Yeah.
Good man.
We also call him. No, I'm not gonna mention what we call him. I'll mention it off the air. So you mentioned there is new sound in. So is there like a subgenre of progressive acid techno?
Oh man, I don't know. I think I don't.
So don't you think like this progressive is a bit of a wank?
Yes, 100%. It's weird. I mean, it's always like, progressive. Like, I mean, if we're gonna break it down, if we take it back to the Kings, Sasha, John Digweed, Nick Warren. Some of these people from way back in the day, they'd have these sets where they'd play for 2-3 hours, and they would progressively get to these points, and there was a certain art form with that, and that's really hard to do in my eyes. I find it very difficult to do what they do, but that's why they're the world's best. But like, to me, that's true progressive. That's a progressive journey. But the genre, especially like bush prog, or like progressive psytrance, it's weird.
I'm getting lost.
Yeah, it's weird. Like Australia prided, is that the word? Prides itself on bush prog.
Yeah.
And that's a genre in itself. Mm-hmm. It's very Aussie. It's very Aussie bush, feral, a lot of Australian animals, a lot of Xenon artists. You call that sort of bush prog.
Yeah.
And I feel that, but then you get like Euro prog, and that's just this, it's the dugga. There's like, 64 beats until you pull it out, and then there's this crazy bass line, and before the bass line hits, it's like consciousness. Like, how is that progressive?
It's weird. I was talking to a producer recently about progressive, and he's trying to tell me it's progressive house. It's all about progressive house.
Okay, yeah.
And it's about, I said, well, tell me what it is, and he said, it's just house, but on the next level. Sort of, it's more enhanced, it's better.
Wow,
damn, man.
That's heavy.
It's heavy, you're a producer, and I'm like, what the hell?
That's sort of like just giving you a taste. It's like, ooh, like it's the next level.
And I'm like, this is so full of
That's
shit,
weird, man.
It sounds like I think whomever you talk to, they all have different views perspective of what it is.
100%. Yeah, definitely. I think like like deep house. That's something.
Yeah.
You see people like, I don't know, like people like even like Frankie Knuckles, Satomi Toshi, back in the day, like it's very deep. There was something deep and dark about it, and it was quite underground to me, to tell you the truth. But it was all house music to start off with, you know. Happy Hardcore was house, Hard House was house. I think there were even points where like jungle music was house music, you know, or rave music was house.
Yep.
PROG is bullshit.
The progressive parts of thing, like
I think it's like people try to associate it with the word cool. Like
Yeah.
if it's progressive, it's cool.
yeah, I'm gonna set this scene. Like I think it's just elitist wank bullshit, really, you know. It's like, isn't dance music progressive anyway?
It is, I mean-
it builds up, it does something, it goes somewhere, you know.
And I mean, I think modern music, like it gets so complex. So
It does, yeah.
it's a standard now. It's,
Yeah.
Maybe prog is dead. Maybe that's what we should say. Prog is dead.
Maybe, but you know, like, yeah. But then there's that prog, which is just fucking shit. It's just really boring, and there's a time and place for everything. I think, like, me, you, and our friends and our crew, like, we like energy, we like to party, we like energy, we like things to go places, not so slowly, like, you know. But yeah, progressive in this day and age, so funny to me, you know, like, yeah, what is prog?
It's bullshit.
It's bullshit.
Prog is bullshit. Right. Well, cheers to you.
Cheers to that.
Once again, shout out to Patrick Dillon, Poncho Fox.
Poncho Fox.
We haven't gotten onto the absinthe yet, but the gin is bloody delicious.
Absolutely delicious.
This is tonic, yeah. So Patrick came over and we sat down with him.
He's a great man. He's a great
We should have done an interview. I don't know.
We should have got him over. He's a great dude, man. But he's got the little ones and stuff. But I didn't think it was going to be this professional.
Yeah, it is. Oh, they
Like,
started.
this is-
They started. He said last December.
I'm interested in this.
Professionally, yeah.
I like absinthe, but what's this? What's the percentage?
It's only like 40.
40?
Yeah,
Okay.
40, yeah. So it's
I don't do anything less than 40. Yeah, I try not to anyway. I had the first alcohol-free beer on Friday. Yeah.
how did that go?
Look, I felt tipsy. Actually, I think it was a placebo beer. It's like, ooh, because I had to drive a forklift, and like, you know, you don't drive a forklift if you've got any alcohol in your system. But it was a placebo thing, you know. I was just like, ooh, I feel good.
Yeah, so what beer was it?
Carlton.
Carlton.
It was a Carlton, yeah.
I think
0%.
There are now some craft breweries coming
Yeah.
up with some zero alcohol beers.
I don't understand it, and I do not agree with it, and I'm against it.
Yeah,
Alcohol,
well-
why not? We'll drink water.
Well, I mean, you've drank one already, so.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
Like when you, I just like the taste of beer, and some of those, like the craft ones, they really like taste like pale ale, very hoppy.
This tasted like beer. It tasted like beer, and I think it was even placebo that I felt a little bit tipsy because I was actually thirsty.
Oh,
and
it's,
I downed it.
it's probably like a 0.5% of alcohol anyway. So
Something, you know, like. But yeah, I've always been funny, you know, because if anyone knows me, I like to have a little, you know, little nightcap every now and then. But it's got to be good, you know. So yeah, interested in this. Interested to give that a go.
We'll get on to it.
Yes.
PROG is bullshit.
So, bro, thanks for talking to me, getting onto this podcast. PROG is
Anytime.
bullshit. So this is episode 2. Episode 1 was featuring Rap FC. This one is a loose cannon.
Yep. If you can, check out some of ESF's new music. You can go to the webpage, ESF, just type it in, it's all there. And yeah, check out the new mix. I'm pretty stoked. Like that mix was on the fly, but it was trying to replicate the Do you know what a Hassa is,
Yeah.
Frank?
Yeah.
Mix I did the other day, and I'm really happy with that sound at the
So
moment.
where do how do people find AFS Records, right?
ESF Records. Look,
ESF Records.
ESF. It's on Facebook. ESFrecords.com.au. Look, you can go to my SoundCloud, which is Loose Cannon /ESF and Highly Evolved Music. But look, ESF, if you know, you know.
So what? I don't know. Well, what kind of music do they produce?
Oh, everything. Big Popper, who runs it, Bear Keen and Uncle up there in Den Glennings at the ESF headquarters. Look, they're signing any new potential that shows passion in their production or DJing. They're always on the pulse. We've got a couple of new guys. I can't say their names off the top of my head, but they're from Brazil and they do techno. But Bear is constantly looking for new production, new releases. It's a very, very underground Australian psychedelic label, but ESF stands for Essential Slam Funk. So everything's funky. There's breakbeats, psychedelic trance, techno, ambient music. We have merchandise, USBs, hoodies, t-shirts. Look, hit me up on my thing. I'll get whatever you need to. And look, if you're an interested artist or a DJ or anything like this with music or visual arts, hit us up. You know where to find me. Would love to listen to your music. There's always someone trying to help, and ESF is there to help Australia.
Cool, mate. Cheers to
Cheers.
ESF, to Poncho Fox. Thanks everyone.
The number one gin.
R-Type is on the
R-Types is in the spaceship, flapping away.
Well, let's get to him.
Let's get back to it.
Thanks, bro.
That was a bit more coherent. That was nice. Yeah.
PROG is BULLSH.